Hello, this is Jamie from the Prime Math team. Today I want to introduce you to something that very few parents really know. What happens is that parents hear their child, you might have heard this, struggling with something in math, and the parent thinks, oh no, my child is bad at math. But this is almost never the case. There is no kid who is generically bad at math. All it is that your child has a gap. There is a core math skill that they have not mastered. That gap doesn't get filled and they keep carrying it forward into harder and harder math at school, and therefore they seem like they're bad at it. Let me give you an example. Let's say a student is struggling with fractions. So they practice fractions over and over again. They repeat exercises, they do worksheets, but nothing really improves. Even if they try and memorize everything, they still can't do it. Why not? Because the real issue is not fractions. It might, for example, be multiplication. If multiplication is not automatic, fractions are always going to be confusing. Every step becomes very slow for the student. Every whole problem feels completely overwhelming, and their confidence drops. And the child starts thinking, I'm just not good at this. And they start switching off. The problem is not their ability. It is their core foundation. Math is not a collection of different topics where you start new each time. Math is a chain. And if there is one weak link in that chain, everything becomes unstable. And this is why so much teaching in schools doesn't work for students. The teacher has to keep pushing forwards instead of going back and fixing for an individual student what's missing. That's why what we advocate at Prime Math is totally different. We don't ask, what topic are you on? We try and help you with where understanding might have broken. And once we reach the point we find the weak link in the chain, we rebuild from there. That is when things begin to click for students in math. That is when their speed improves. That is where their confidence comes back. Not because your child suddenly became good at math or stopped being bad at math, but because the chain is complete and the structure finally makes sense.